Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. Here I am, a good ways down the road, bike and trailer right here behind me. It is really warm, slightly windy. It is the full moon. Little to almost no chance of rain, but there's a little bit of chance. Yeah, you're right. It's afternoon. Sun's gonna be going down in a few hours. I've got this thing on, so I'm good to go. But yeah, come on, let's have an adventure. This is actually just where I got dropped off. I got lucky, caught a ride here, so I'm riding back. So it's not like I rode the bike here, but I'm not supposed to fish where I got dropped off. Technically, it's a subdivision, but I'm gonna do a cast and then we'll take a ride. I had someone purchase this for me ahead of time today because I thought the store might be closed by the time I got here, but I was able to get here earlier than I thought I would. So here we are. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cruise out of this area. This place, it's got a legend for being a good spot to fish, but it's also got a legend for being a good spot for people to harass you. So let's go where I'm good to fish, where it's intended for me to fish. This is just where I got dropped off, and I know a friend of mine was doing good right there from the boat, and a friend of mine who I will not say who because I don't want to dip him in the hot water, but he was on the bank right there where I just was and doing well as well. So let's get strapped up before someone tries to stitch us up. Plenty of rods with me for this adventure, different types, because we might be doing 2 different sessions here. Technically that would be 2 videos. I like getting industrious like that. December is not an easy month to fish every day because of weather situations, and this week is going to be no stranger to those types of weather situations that sideline me and others. So here we are. Oh, can you see what's up? See how it's getting a little hazy, a little misty? Because it is spitting. This session is a big endeavor for me. I have a power bank in here just in case I don't have enough to get home, or like I run out of power right as I get into town. I can power back up. But the ride showed up at the house earlier than he was supposed to, so I was rushed to get everything out and into the truck. I forgot my rain gear and my hoodie, but so I have this, my friend gave me this jacket just in case, because later on when I'm riding home at like 2 or 3 in the morning, it might be in the 60s, but that wind, and if it's raining, it's gonna be chilly. So at least we got this Carhartt looking thing. Now it's warm and it's wet right now. The good thing about me is I'm mostly waterproof, right? Not 100%, but a lot of my tech and my gear is, and I don't expect it to be bad. Yesterday when I looked at the weather, the percentage was much higher than it is in reality right now. So I just yesterday wrote today off. I didn't think I was going to get a session. They had this afternoon, yesterday's forecast for this afternoon had like 74 and higher percentages on it. It looked totally washed out, right? Thunderstorms and everything. And now it's just like we may get a shower here and there. But like I said, it's the full moon. Things might get shut down, you know, like the fishing might not be real good as closer we get to the rise, but other species in other places may be good tonight, like sakale, like crappie. But here the rain just stopped. I want to get this jacket off and someone just came up. All right, I'm gonna have to start trying different things. Doesn't mean different spots, different parking spot first. Wrong one, right one. Either one will work, but shrimp is what we're gonna go with because for the moment, we're going to use this sparkle beetle. Water's a little dirty, not too bad. But you can see this is kind of a stained clear bait. We're gonna put shrimp flavor on it. See if it works. I'm dropping down to a smaller bait, smaller hook. The cork is just not happening. I'm going to have to go to the straight jig. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to make some desperate changes here. First thing I'm going to do is throw small baits. It's a double rig. Each jig is 1/16 ounce little chartreuse sparkle beetles. Let's put some shrimp procure on those. There are fish feeding, but I have not seen anyone. I think we have one person's caught a fish. That's it. Let's see how long this lasts. Very possible that the fish feeding that I'm seeing, not all speckled trout. And just like that, I've caught the bottom. I wish that counted, but it doesn't. 1/4 ounce jig head, tiger bait. Probably going to catch a snag. At least I know where one of them is. Trick is don't let it go to the bottom. Just keep it rolling. Ah, there was a hit. Ah, that was a hit, yeah. It's the straight jig, and we're just going to sit here and figure out where the snags are. Let's go ahead and put that right back out there. I had tail bites, right? So again, might not be trout. It could be white trout and speckled trout up in here, but there's all kinds of things that will give me tail bites in a spot like this. But that is something. It's not under the cork. There we go. There's a fish right there. It's a straight jig. That's what's up. You gotta let it go down. A lot of times when fish are actively feeding, the popping cork just spooks them. It doesn't really make them react, right? And look at that. Look at the size of that trout. Well, I just sat there like I was really just being yellow belly about throwing a straight jig, thinking I'm just going to lose them. I'm just going to go repeatedly. There are other spots along here where it's not snaggy, but here at the dead end, it is snaggy, but they're not hitting under the cork as much. And it was just like my, yeah, didn't take much to it, right? That is definitely a keeper. I can only have 2 over 20. Let's break out the tape and see what's up. So I can have 15 trout now, and they have to be 13 to 20, that slot, right? And this is going to be, well, he's over 13, but we're trying to get like a rough. There we go. That's about where we want that. And yeah, he's just a hair over 17. He's about 17 and a half, which is good. Yeah, can only have 2 now over 20. Oh, beg your pardon?
Are you reeling it in like quickly?
Medium to fast, not super fast. You want to keep it
Like a little bit and then fast?
you want, you're kind of guessing, but you want a medium retrieve because you want to swim it in what may be the middle of the water column. You want it to go down, but you want to keep it from going to the bottom. So a steady retrieve, but a pop retrieve, pop retrieve. And it may take you trial and error to get it right. It may take a few casts, it may take a few losses, but eventually you figure it out. You gotta feel and be patient and observe. You gotta study it. It's kind of like, have you seen that movie, The Edge of Tomorrow? With Tom Cruise? He's in the Mimic Wars, and he keeps, every time he dies, he resets the day. And it's the same battle over and over.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's just, every time you snag, reset the day and do it again. But you remember how you failed, and you just keep doing it again, over and over. For the moment, I'm going to put all my fish on a stringer to keep them alive, because I don't know how long I'm going to be. Well, when I am definitely ready to ride away from this spot, they will all get dispatched and bled and put on ice. I have some ice in there, right? But let's do that later rather than now. They'll stay fresh. But I'm not going to run my stringer ever through their gills, because then I'll end up with dead fish floating in dirty water. I would like to avoid that. Back in business. Let it sink just a little bit, and then it's about, like I was telling them, about a medium retrieve, because I don't want it to go to the bottom. I want to keep it above the snags. Because it's a 1/4 ounce jig head, it's not going to sink really fast. The heavier it is, the faster it's going to sink, obviously. So you got to know that sink ratio. It's not super shallow here. It is of a decent depth, and typically trout can be caught here in winter, though this doesn't feel like a winter day, but it is mid-December, medium December. There we go, right there. That is definitely going to be undersized. I mean, if he's 13, he's like right on the edge, but he looks like an old reg keeper, right? Looks like a little skinny 12-incher, but I tell you what, I don't even want to know. And he doesn't either, because he's like so keen to go back. Come on, look, that was right there. I haven't even got the fish slime off my hands. I'm letting that sink. Could be like clean over there, like not snaggy. It's like right in front of where we're at, that's snaggy. But sometimes the snaggiest spots are the fishiest spots, right? Like, because they're structured. What's that he's got?
He has a catfish.
A what?
Catfish.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha, right? Like it hit the water, it sank, one pop, and boom. Right over there off that corner is usually, around this time of year anyway, there's usually stuff popping. That's another keeper for sure. Let's see what he is to be. Well, we know it's a keeper. We know that's over 13, but we just want to know. Just want to know. Whoa! Slimy and cold, and now slightly furry. Good thing he's gonna go into the water. I don't like bringing them home grassy, but yeah, stuff happens. He's not going to be too much over 13. He is not going to be 17. He's smaller than that first one for sure. He is going to be close to 15, like a little over 14 and a half. This is coming along. Got it in that zone. Closer would have been nicer. We'll let it go down a little bit. Wonder how long that corner will be hot. They do move around. So far, no tail bites, no nothing on this one. But it's two nice ones from over there, right? So, and look where that sun is. Not sure how long I'm going to stay here once it gets dark. Not really on the cards to like do an all-nighter tonight. Going to be out a good long time, because it is, you know, home is a good far ride away. I do want to fish somewhere else. Well, yeah, it's not like I want to get home at sunrise. I think my dogs would be happy if I avoided that. It's going to be sunset here soon. It's like getting too dark for these even. There we go. I had to switch to the Procure mullet for the straight jig to get a bite. That sun is almost down. This is not a spot where you can hear the toots. We're so far from the base. There's no horn to tell you. You just have to pay attention. But it's not like you're not going to notice because you're losing light, right? And that is another keeper. It's the fourth fish, but the third keeper, right? Let's see what he is. He's going to be around 15, 16 inch. He does not like his visit to the tailor. 15. It's going to be dark real soon. It seems like the bite has died. Or I should say, it's died here. But it's likely that it has shifted away from here. And later, if I could fish somewhere with lights, like what we see in the distance there, that would be the focus. But right now, the focus is me, and what's focusing on me are mosquitoes. So it is time to dispatch and bleed and get out of here. Still have 3 nice trout, fully intact. Nothing came up for a bite. Yeah, you're right. There are plenty of waters out there where I would never put my fish on a stringer. Maybe at this time of year, maybe not. Sharks and alligators and turtles, but it's not out of the question right now. Dispatched. It's actually beautiful, huh? Yeah, you're right. So we're gonna end the video here. The bite has died. The mosquitoes are really bad, and they're going to be even worse probably where I'm headed. I know some people would love for me to make one long video, but here's the deal. I don't know if the second endeavor is going to work out, and I know it's going to be boring to end this video with a lot of footage of me riding down a levee in the dark. Yeah, you're right. So hopefully there's a second video of me catching fish as I go home. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, you're right. This was fun. All right, we'll do this again sometime. But this is Myrtle Grove, in case you didn't know. It costs $10 to fish right there. They don't like you fishing anywhere else but right there, so you got to pay $10. And we got that done. That's why you don't see me here very often, because I don't like going to spots where you have to pay. But in winter, whether it's a warm day like today with too many mosquitoes, or a really, really cold day and got a north wind, like it's like unbearable, like it's almost too cold for you to be out here to fish, you can come out here and fish and catch nice trout. That's the hype, right? And sometimes it matches up. We did okay today. We didn't get a limit, but for one guy, 3 nice big trout. And to be honest, one of those anglers there caught 1 trout and gave it to me, because I was like looking at it when he offered it, and it looked like it wouldn't make it if I let it go, so I'm bringing it home. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel, and I will see you next time.